Hi, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and I want to go through the mechanism to do a twist and pop card today. So this will be great for the memory books that I've started doing a set of videos on, but also just as a card. It's great, but I couldn't find anywhere how they showed you how to do it on canvas properly, like how you work out where you put your lines and everything. So I thought I'd go through it with you and then we can share it. So I'm going to take a rectangle and a square. Now the rectangle, if you untick the maintain aspect ratio, we want that to be 8 inches wide and 3 3/4 in height. And this is going to be the main bit that makes the card twist and pop. So we need like an X of score line in the middle. And this has always been, it took me a long time to work out the formula, I guess, for it. So if you get a square, and you want to make the square the same as the length of whatever strip you're doing. So this one is 3 3/4, so we're going to make the square 3 3/4, and then what we're going to do is align them in the middle. Because in the middle you need that square. You need a square that's the same as the length of the card, and then it goes the same that way. And the best way to do that is to put a square in the middle, so you've got it there. Now you know you need to do a diagonal line. If you get the path tool, a diagonal line from that line over to that line. And then grab the path tool again and do the same in the opposite direction, from that line over to that line. Now we can get rid of the square. And I'm just going to center them again. And now we need one more line across the middle. And again, we can centralize all of it. My mouse does not want to work today. We'll centralize all of it so that all the lines you can see are going straight through the middle. Now we need to change them, so I've grabbed it all. If you hold shift and click on the rectangle and then change all the lines, I always use this one because it's small and far apart, there's less chance of the paper ripping. So they're the lines I always use. And so now you can see you've got all your score lines in the right place, everything's fine. We're going to group it. And that is the main mechanism. That's it. Now we need a piece. If you want, right, I think first of all I will show you the card you want to do. So we're doing a 6-inch card. Actually, I would do it at 5 3/4, even if you're putting it in the memory book, because you need it a little less. So in the memory book, maybe even 5 1/2. And all you're going to do is bring this down at double that. So 5 3/4 is 11 1/2, 11.5. You can do it just by changing it here. And then you know that that's the shape you're working with. So now we need one that is going to go across. And we want it bigger than this. Now some of the twist and pop templates I looked at, and believe me, I looked at hundreds. Some of them are the same length. The mechanism is the same length as the bits in the middle. or rather the actual card strip. I don't like it showing, so I've made it smaller, and this is going to be, bring that to the front, sorry. It's going to be 4 down. And then across, I'm going to do it to 10. Just watching. And you can kind of see how that's going to look. We need it exact because we're doing exact measurements. So you can kind of see if that pops out, how wide that comes out. Don't forget it's going to be a little bit folded. But it means this behind it won't show, because it's smaller all the way round. And I don't want the mechanism to show, I want people to see the cards that's popping out. So now we bring this again, we can move them two out the way. And you need to do a half fold and then half again each side. So this is 10, we need to do at 5. Now I always find the best way to do this is to use the X and Y up here. So the X is the line going down, and that we're now on the 0. So we know if we get our path tool and do a line down the middle, if you hold shift it will stay in a straight line and not wiggle around. Double click. That tells me I'm on 497. Well, half a 10 I need to be on 5. So I just need to move it 3 points over. Make that a score line. So half of 5 is 2.5. So again, without moving it, we'll do the same thing again. Or you can duplicate, but it's hard to move a dotted line, it really is. While it's chosen, so we've got 248, now we're at 250, and we'll change it to a dashed line. One more, needs to be at about 750, I reckon that's about there. That needs to come down to 750. And there we have, oh, and change it to a dashed line. And there we have another group, and that is the main part that fixes to the mechanism. So now you need to know what size each box is. Well, we know that it's 4 inches down, and at the moment it's 2.5 across. So if we get another rectangle, square, it doesn't matter. We know we want it at 375 because that's 1/4 inch less. I always go down in 1/4 inches when I'm doing my mats. And 375, oh no, the width is 2.5, I think. Or was that what that was? Okay, so 2.25, which is 25. And there we go. Fits just nicely in there, and that's your first mats. So obviously you need 4 of them. And that is the main mechanism of the Twist and Pop card, which is so much easier than all the tutorials I was watching. I was trying to find something. But that is the basis of a Twist and Pop card. So I'm doing it in a 6x6 card. It will fit in 5.5 as well. I've made sure of that because I don't want it to come below the card. That just looks a mess. Cut out your layers as well, and then obviously you're going to choose something to you need papers for inside, papers for outside, and whatever you're going to put on top of your toppers here. So I will see you over at the craft desk and we will put one together. Okay, so I'm over at the craft table. I've got a few things prepped already. So I've put my front cover on, and I've put the two on the inside one as well. There we go. I've also layered up my mat. This is the one that's going to fold like this. I've layered that up, and I've creased up the one that's the mechanism. So to crease that up, you fold it like that, then like that, and then the other way for the center. And then what it does, if you pinch them together, it all comes together like that. Okay, so if I just show you how we stick that together, I've done it as a tent fold. You can do it anyhow you like, but I've done it as a tent fold. So what we're going to do is stick this bit to the card, and to do that, we're first going to stick this side, and if I just show you my thing of the square having to be the same length, if we pull it out, you see this length is doubled over with this, so it has to be the same as this across. If I show you again, this side here we're going to fold in half, but there's two of them, so it's like the same as one side. So this bit here going across between the two crosses has to be the same as the side. Okay, so you're going up to the fold but not stopping it from folding. And then you glue in this. I prefer wet glue, but obviously you do what you prefer. I guess I should say the papers I use are from Crafters Companion, and they are the signature Garden of Love. I'm doing an anniversary card, so it fit, that's all. Okay, so that is opening and shutting as it should. The front of it, I just want to put a heart in the middle. Can use a pin for there. I want it to stand out a little bit, and I went round the edges with my grey VersaFine just so that it stands out a little bit. And then I've got Always and Forever, which I've double cut, one in white, so it will stand out a little bit more. Just do little blobs here and there. And I'm actually going to do that off center. I am not going to put it on the heart, because I want a flower on the heart. It's just, and then I'm going to pretty that flower up afterwards. So that's all I want on the front, just one flower in the heart and the Always and Forever down there. But the most important bit is the centre. So I've just got to finish my panelling because I wanted to stamp it, and you can't stamp it until you can't stamp it after you've put it on. So It says, may your life together be full of love and your love be full of life. It's a couple of friends, and I think that's perfect for them. If you know me and your anniversary is in February, you know what you're getting. Oops, didn't do that very well. It's because it's a hard block. Probably completely ruined it now. Oh no, that's fine. Whew, lucky escape. So I was going to do this layer on 3D, but it's going to make it quite stand out, and it needs to close, so I changed my mind and stuck it straight down. I could have gone round with the ink again just to define the edges, and then I've got two flowers on one. I've put 3 on the other just so it's a little bit different, and a heart on there. So just stick the heart down. So what I thought, the reason I've put silver heart there to go with it is because I have these. I can't remember where I got them from. I think it was Home Bargains, to be honest. But I thought I could put their initials on it. There we go. Just for something a little bit different. And now we put the flowers on. So I don't want these ones too up, because like I said, it's got a fold. So I did put them on a mat and flower them up a little bit, and these are from another cheap Chinese, but I really liked them. And they've got the bit that you can colour with as well. The bit here that you can colour the whole flower with. If you're not very good like me at colouring. Okay. Right, and then obviously I won't bore you with it, but I'll jazz it up with pearls and maybe some leaves. I don't know. I was going to put the bird at the bottom there, but I think I'm going to leave that. It's too much. So the next thing is to stick this bit in, and you need it so the folds are at the top. Oh, I can see why you shouldn't have done it straight away. And you need to stick it just under where it folds. So, and only one side. So literally like that, and then on that one it's down here. You could do it like let's have a look. So you want to slot it in the middle. Don't do what I done and glue the top in first. It would be easier to do it not doing that. Okay, and then yeah, I balls that bit up. Okay, but it'll, oh, it hasn't stuck. And it will do that. So obviously wait for it to dry. But that's the mechanism of the card, the main thing. Just a bit worried. Yeah. I'm going to leave it to dry. And then I will decorate it, and I'll probably put a couple of bits inside as well. So there's the main mechanism for the twist and pop. You decorate as you like. I just thought I'd quickly show you the memory book. It just fits on the page, so I would definitely go down probably an inch. So do it at 4.5, maybe even 4. But the idea, I mean, you then stick the back of the card down, and when someone opens it, they open it to get a reveal. So that's doing the memory books. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Have any questions, comment below. If you don't want to try doing your own twist and pop, the SVG will be available to download for free on my website. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.